Gale!
Resonate with the earth!
This one's gonna be tough.
In a bind?
Take this! This
Where
one's
are
all
you
mine.
going?
Dragon Swarm!
Take this!
Now!
The enemy wields art.
Frozen!
Hammer!
Searing Flame!
I'll grind you into
You're
dust!
mine! You're finished!
A freezing storm!
You're mine! Sword Lane Alpha!
I'll grind you into dust!
Rending Flash!
Take this!
Healing circle!
This debt shall not be forgotten.
Air by the power of water!
Resonate with the earth!
Stalagmite! Burning strike!
You're mine! Not a chance! Eat dirt!
May a thousand
You're
hit!
mine!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go. There.
It looks like that beam of light has stopped.
Then is it safe to say we've avoided oblivion for the time being?
I can still sense a faint glimmer of energy, though. It hasn't completely dispersed.
You can tell? Rinwell, your senses seem a lot sharper than before, don't they?
And you said you heard that voice, right?
I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I don't feel bad, though.
If trace amounts, however small, do remain, then it leaves us no choice. We must destroy the entire structure.
What do you suggest? We bring it down piece by piece?
Once that's done, what do we do then?
We go to Lenegis. Even if we could destroy the whole wedge like he suggested, it'd only buy us time. The fact they sent this thing down tells me they're not giving up this planet without a fight.
There's also the matter of the Renis Alma. Its circumstances still have yet to be truly resolved.
But how do we even get to Lenegis?
What if we hotwire one of their starships? There's gotta be one on the planet somewhere, right?
Starships are only seen on Dana at the start and end of the Crown Contest. Otherwise, they remain on Lenegis. Believe it or not, we Renans down here aren't quite as free to come and go as one might think.
Great. Well, I'm out of ideas then. We definitely don't have the tech to build a starship. And even if we found a Renan who'd help, who knows how long that'd take.
Yeah. Waiting for a starship to come down from Lenegis would probably be quicker than that.
Wait! Alphen, when you came down from Lenegis, it had to have been in a starship of your own, right?
Right. Oh, of course.
You can't be serious. That was 300 years ago. There's no way it's still gonna work.
But Alphen didn't wake up until a few years ago. That means it had to have still been functioning that whole time to keep his body preserved.
Indeed. You wouldn't happen to remember where you landed, would you?
My memories around where I parked are still a little hazy, but I do know that I woke up in Calaglia. So chances are it's still in the area. At least it's a place to start. Luckily, that realm's my old stomping ground, so I should be able to get us some help finding her.
This is it.
Yeah. As long as Lennigus stands there, there's no avoiding it.
So what's this help in Calaglia you're planning to enlist?
My buddy Nath. If anyone there knows something. Our first port of call is Ulzebek.
Back where you first started out.
Yeah, along with my dad.
You okay? You don't look so good.
I think I'm just a little seasick, that's all.
Liar.
Huh?
You heard me. You've never been good at hiding your emotions, Shion.
Excuse me? Just what do you... No. You're right. I'm sorry.
Is it about Alphen?
No. Not just him.
Something you can't talk about?
Rinwell, I'm not like the rest of you.
Of course you are! No, I'm serious. Back when we first met, I think maybe then I did think we were different. But now I know that isn't true. You and I are the same, Shion. We're alike in more ways than you know. If any of us is different, it's me. I'm a Danon who can use magic. I may be the last. My family and I have been living in hiding as long as I can remember.
Everyone has their own pain that can be hard for other people to understand. I saw the two of you talking and thought you could use a third wheel. So, here I am. Sorry.
If anyone's the odd one out here, it's me. Believe me, you don't want to listen to my problems.
Want me to go?
I didn't say that.
I get that you must have a lot circling around that head of yours. And that's okay. Whatever's worrying you right now, you're allowed to worry about it. And you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. I know I'm not a Renin like you, or a mage like Rinwell. I'm not a sovereign, maiden, or lord. I'm just a Danon who used to be a slave. But regardless of all that, I'm here for you, Shion.
That goes for me too. We all want to be there for you. Me and Hootle and even the boys. I promise. I mean, that is what friends are supposed to do, right?
I said this to Alphen, and now I'll say it to you. You're not alone in this.
Thank you. Rinwell. Kisara.
And right on cue, I think I should make my way back and lie down for a bit. My battle with this ship continues.
Yeah, I better head back too. We wouldn't want the guys thinking they're in charge. Can you imagine Law at the helm? Who knows what kind of trouble we'd get into?
Still, if that's true, then it's all the more reason I have to do this.
Aw, are you tired, Hootle?
You sure he's not just trying to hide from us?
Ah, Calaglia. Feels like it's been
All right, something is definitely up with Shion.
Yeah, something big by the looks of it. I've never seen her so serious.
So, do you think we should say something to Alphen then?
I was wondering the same thing myself, but then it occurred to me. Whatever this thing on her mind is, it's probably the last thing in the world she wants people to know about. If she's trying this hard to keep it secret, then it's not really our place to go telling people before she's ready.
Yeah.
I can't tell them. There's just no way I could, right? What am I supposed to do? Everyone around here looks so much happier than they used to.
I'll say, it feels like an entirely different place. I suppose it's had time to adjust to its newfound freedom.
Zephyr would have been so happy to see this.
Yeah, he really would have. Especially if he knew Law was... Law? Something bothering you, Law?
Nah, I'll be fine. It's just, you know.
It still weighs on you, doesn't it? Running away back then.
I abandoned my home. Then when I finally come back, it's been liberated. What's important is that it's free. I get that, I do. I just... I should have been here.
Oh, just one thing after another, and it all falls on my head to...
Hey, Nath.
What? Can't you see I'm... Alphen?
Looks like you have your hands full.
As much as ever. As if I wasn't busy enough putting down the last remnants of Renan rule, I'm up to my ears in Danan disputes. And then, to top it all off, that thing had to come crashing down from out of the sky.
Pretty sure we've heard this somewhere before.
But enough about my problems. What can I help you with?
Yeah, we're looking for an old Renan starship. You wouldn't happen to know any around these parts, would you?
A starship? What do you need one of those for?
To get to Lenegis.
Lenegis? Are you out of your damn mind?
Believe it or not, it wouldn't be the craziest thing we've done recently.
Oh, I believe it. Well, either way, I'm afraid I haven't heard anything about a starship.
Then do you have any historical records by chance?
Sure, we've got stacks of old records.
Mind if we take a look at them?
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Nath.
I read through all of the records, but I only found a single line that might point to what we're looking for. It mentions a rock that shot across the sky and landed past the mountains. The event was recorded just before the first Renan invasion.
And you think that might be the starship?
I don't know. There was nothing else in the records that came even close. It looked like it was someplace called Berg, but maybe I'm reading it wrong.
Berg?
That ring any bells for you?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest volcanoes in Calaglia. I was just there recently, investigating a report of a meteor someone saw.
Another meteor in the same area? Really?
I wonder if it could have been one of those lights that shot out of the wedge.
All the more reason to check it out. Can you tell us how to get there?
The old Zion mine is up that way. One of the veins we abandoned connects to the volcano. Go ahead and use that. But you should be careful.
Huh?
I don't know if it has anything to do with the meteor. But there's a giant Zoogle running riot in there. Never seen anything like it.
Zoogle, huh?
Well, I turned back as soon as I caught sight of the thing, so I can't tell you much more. Just be real careful if you head out that way. All right.
I guess...
Right.
I didn't like the sound of that monster Nath was talking about one...
Everything okay with Hootle, Rinwell? He seems kinda out of spirits.
It must be the heat getting to him. We don't get these kind of temperatures back in Cyslodia.
Galaglians born and raised here struggle with it too, so it's no surprise.
Aha! So that's why his plumage is so white. He was born in a winter wonderland.
Actually, Dan and owls absorb the astral energy of whatever land they're raised in. Where they're born doesn't affect their appearance at all. But that's not why he's white. The real reason is that he's still just a baby. Whew!
You mean their plumage changes color depending on where they grow up? Weird.
And with all this traveling we've been doing, it wouldn't surprise me if his wings ended up looking like a colorful painting.
I think he suits his snowy complexion. It'll feel strange to see him change.
How awesome would it be if his head and wings were different colors? And his stomach and sides, like a map of our travels! Ow, lay off, will ya? So much for the heat making him docile!
You've only yourself to blame for that one. Hootle takes pride in his appearance, you know.
Fascinating. An appreciation of aesthetic beauty in an owlet so young.
Dohalim, I think you've drawn his attention.
We've reached our destination.
It's quite hot here. The climate feels different from Menancia's.
It's gotten much cooler since leaving town, though.
Does that mean eyes were burning holes in us?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
So we're back in the Zion Mine tunnels. Who would have thought we'd be going through this place again? This is where you and I first fought together.
And also the first time we touched, as I recall.
Wait, really?
Yes, really.
So this path is supposed to take us out to Berg Volcano?
We're not gonna see any lava burst out in front of us or anything, are we?
Don't get so paranoid you let a rock fall on your head, Law. Ugh, so hot.
Well, yeah. We've reached the inner portion of Berg Volcano.
We need to find that starship. And fast!
Huh. You can make plants grow instantly? What if we use this for fruits and vegetables?
I'd rather not be our party's fertilizer. Thank you very much.
This will be a delicious piece of coke! No shall escape my judgment!
Let the shock!
Ray! Fall into my...
If it curls up, time to get out of the way.
I owe you one. Dragon Swirl!
Where are you going? Now! Frozen...
Hammer!
Dionysus!
The enemy wields art too.
You'll soon see about that!
Spear! It's on!
Annihilation!
No armor to stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! You're mine! Blast the shock! Searing Gale! I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! My turn! Soaring Alpha!
Where are you going?
You're mine! We did it!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that was improved.
No, I mean, you're even better.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
My face is starting to sting. And my throat feels super parched.
Here, have some water. Just make sure you don't drink too much.
Thanks.
You want some too, Shion? Oh, wait. You're hungry more than anything, aren't you?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
An opponent like this should be easy. Come one, come on!
Eat this! Take it! I'm not done!
Now you see what I can do! The abyssal keeps clear for us a path! Flying freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Can you take care of them? Easily
No sooner said than done.
Well, I'm here to stop.
Everyone, get back! It's too dangerous!
Sword Rain Alpha! Take to this!
All back in their defenses!
Glad you have your uses.
I'll show you how useful I can be!
Try harder! Sword Rain Alpha!
They're all coming after me!
I'm coming, Redwell.
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine.
You're mine!
This one's mine.
I'll smash you!
You're mine!
In a bind?
Thanks. Blast the shock!
Hurricane
Strike! I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Benediction.
Take this! We did it!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope there was improvement.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Theon actually look flustered.
Rise and Phoenix!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky! This might... be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
It's crazy to see rocks melt before our eyes.
Watch where you're going, everyone. If you fall, there will be nothing left of you.
Exactly.
I didn't know you had that sort of trick.
What the hell is that thing?
Probably that monster Nath warned us about, if I had to guess.
Do you think this might have been where one of those lights that shot out of the wedge landed?
But why this location? If the purpose of the wedge is to harvest Dana's astral energy.
We can figure that out later. If that thing gets into town, it's going to cause chaos. We need to take it down and move on.
Let's go!
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Here it comes! Focus!
On your toes, everyone!
Ready and raring! Suddenly turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared!
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
It's summoning Zoogle? Take care of them while keeping an eye on it.
Sword Rain Alpha! Not today! Here I come!
Now we're not. Lightning Orb!
In a bind?
Raging Cascade!
Struck!
Healing Circle! In here!
Come and face me!
I never miss!
The fluidity of the move is simply incredible.
It's over! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Denied!
You're mine! It's over! Here I come!
I'm out of Edwardson!
Here I come! No escape! Catapult!
By the power of Tempest, I'll heal you all!
Orochi's Fury!
I'm Razor Cyclone!
Be still! Okay, here I go! Lightning
A thrilling performance.
Now I
Glacial
let loose!
Spear! Pierce Evo!
Tempest! You're mine!
Freeze Blazer!
Orochi's Fury! This one's all mine! Ignite!
Dance in the wind!
Unstoppable
charge! Thanks, Kisara!
Mercy!
This one's mine! Air thrust!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down! Thank you, Dohalim.
I only did what any other would.
I think you're nicer than you let on. Blazer Spear! Pierce Evo!
You're mine! It's over!
Freeze Blazer! Leave the charge to me!
Last
Radiant Storm! Now!
Kisara! Commander of Heavens!
Phoenix Cyclone!
This one's all mine!
Raging Luna Storm!
You're mine!
Searing Flame! Reload!
You're mine!
Go! Searing
You're
Flame!
finished!
Reload! Lightning Orb! Ammo!
I'll blind you with a shot! You're mine!
Raging Cat! There you go!
You're finished!
Don't let up!
Tear!
Fred!
Throwing light spear! Not today!
Sleep now!
Take this!
Attack time! Get on in there with
It's
me!
over!
Not in your dreams! I never miss!
Take this! No escape! Sword Rain Alpha! Last shot!
Lightning Orb! Here, one and all!
It's on!
In here! Heavy flame of healing! Burning strike! Glacial Spear! Healing Security!
Struck!
Freeze Blazer!
Dragon Form!
Coming through!
Not today! You're mine!
Not on my water!
Heal!
Mega Ray!
Take it!
World! By the power of
Not the shock! Wide open!
It won't escape me.
Illuminate the zone!
Here I come! It's negative gate! I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact clock!
Shattering of pieces! Attack time!
Here come more!
You'll just have to keep fighting.
Mega Ray!
Oh, that's being interrupted.
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Here's the
Oh, not done!
Ruined. Is this what real pain feels like? Forgive me. It's my fault.
Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha! You're mine! No further! Impressive, Dohalim.
Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Or so they say. People say that?
It's this...
You had such an incredible technique!
Resource is nothing without elegance of home.
Do it! I don't know if I'd say nothing. This one's mine!
Yours are not the skills of just any warrior.
Save your compliments. We have to move.
Driven and talented.
Anything in order! Ready to go!
You must be tired of killing me. I'm merely doing what I can to help. Glad you're on us.
Soaring Light Spear! You picked the wrong fight!
As impressive as always.
It's over!
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look closer.
Prepare to be sealed! That did it.
Reinforcements incoming! Not a problem!
Dragon Form!
Where are you going?
It's on!
Benediction.
Burn in hell!
Denied!
I can
Carve through armor!
Take
Let me
this!
help!
Steel! First aid! Go
Now I can let loose.
Illuminate the dark!
Elusive deity! Can you turn it off?
They're all coming after me!
I'm coming with you!
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine.
Take this!
I'm ready. Just like
Take it!
after annihilation.
Soaring Light Spear! Turbine!
Arch Steel!
Burn!
Dance in the wind!
This one's mine!
Heat Shock!
Light and blah, blah, blah.
Hurricane Thrust!
Go! It's over.
Got it! This one's mine! Now's our chance!
I'll smash you!
So you collapsed. I couldn't make it in time.
Thank you!
Blah, blah, blah. That's it. Holy
Elusive deity!
Arch Steel!
Pile driver!
I'll bring you back to life!
This should do it!
Let me help!
Raging sword!
I can handle it!
Tunnel!
Here I come! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Here's a healing exchange!
That
First aid! See my handle? Dance in the
Outline
wind!
you into
Luna
dust!
Corruption!
Dragon Form! Take this! You're finished! Not today!
In a bind?
I'm ready! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Benediction
Here
light.
goes! Don't mind if I do.
Hurricane Thrust! Heal!
Big with dirt!
Thrust!
Where are you going?
Ready and raring!
Divine!
Sword Rain Alpha! The flame inside me yearns to be let go! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed walk.
You're mine! Not today!
Lightning orb! Not on my watch!
Catapult!
Do
Sword
it!
Rain
Summon
Alpha!
trigger! Astral energy!
Say no more!
It's about to strike!
Look sharp, everyone!
Let the marksman handle this! Everyone all right?
We won't surrender. We... Won't retreat, not yet!
Whatever you do, just please stay safe.
Heal!
Thanks! Just what I
How are we supposed to take on something so big?
I'll handle it. Just
Elton!
watch and learn! That's enough! Don't back down! Everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That thing scared the pants off me.
It felt like it had a different aura than other Zeugles, didn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't like the one that Almadria sicked on us either.
Its elemental astral energy variance was out of this world. It was like fighting a lord.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the wedge, it must have played some part in helping harvest astral energy. But what?
Perhaps a living spirit vessel? It's plausible, given the location. Or it may be part of a new force dispatched to regain control of Dana.
If we assume that monster was one of the 4 beams of light, we must have prevented something from taking place here.
I'd like to think so, knowing how much grief it gave us. But at least with that out of the way, we can keep moving forward now. Let's go.
Am I on a...
What do you know? Another big fire monster with nothing better to do than get in our way!
I wonder where the rest of those lights ended up landing. It looked like they were pretty scattered.
Well, whatever they're after, let's just hope none of them are anywhere near a city. An ambush on civilians is the last thing we need.
Well, no rest for the wicked, right? Though with 1 down and 3 to go, it sounds like our headache is just beginning.
I thought you liked the opportunity to flex your muscles.
Against those things? It's not like I have a death wish. Besides, we've already got our hands full saving the world. Dying stupidly won't be much help to the cause.
Yeah, I guess I can't argue with that logic. Sorry. I think Hoodle's hungry.
Funny. I could have sworn that was your stomach making all the racket. Hey, is that it over there?
I always... love the sound of hammers banging.
Alvin?
Did you remember something?
No, but I have seen this starship before. This is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis.
3 centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals.
Damn! I'm amazed it still works at all after all this time.
The past meets the present. I really am from a different time and place.
Yeah, but you've got us now, Alphen.
Not only that, but you've helped out so many people, too.
Law's right. Rinwell too. You're one of us now. No more carrying the weight of history on your shoulders. You're a part of this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
How's it look?
It should fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However, considering how long it's remained inactive, I suspect it will take some time before it's ready for takeoff.
How much time are we talking here?
Starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
So we've just got to sit around here and wait? I'm terrible at waiting.
That's because you're a child. Oh, but how about we use this time to prepare and gather supplies for the trip?
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lenegis once we leave. We should prepare ourselves for every possible scenario before we go.
Let's try not to stay away too long. I'd hate for anything to happen to the place while we're gone.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution to ensure we have no regrets. I shall leave it up to you as to how we proceed, Alphen.
Works for me.
It's funny, isn't it?
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegis.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both Lenegis and the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
The people of Lenegis?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on Lenegis who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegus. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissance too.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Xion can finally get rid of her thorns. Xion?
Huh? Yeah.
Where? Xion? Where'd Xion go? How could she just go off on her own?